up in smoke. That's where my money goes when troubled times begin to bother me. I take a toke and all my cares go up in smoke.
Hi there, I'm Herb. You guys out there in TV land should just sit back, smoke a fatty, watch Absolute Underground TV, and have a happy day.
I'm JJ French.
And I'm Mark Mendoza.
And you're watching Absolute Underground TV.
Yeah.
I want to rock!
Hey Absolute Underground fans, we're here at the AUTV studio in Victoria, BC today. I'm hanging out with Céline Larivière. We're going to be doing some ink and hanging out this afternoon, so I hope you enjoy it. We've been working back and forth a bit on my design, and I'm really excited about it. It's a dedication piece for my grandparents too. I'm really close with my grandma too, and Chrysanthemum is for her. She was a flower judge, has a flower named after her from the Royal Horticultural Society. So that's really special to me. And the eucalyptus leaves for my grandpa, who also passed. He smuggled seeds into Canada from Australia in the 70s, eucalyptus tree seeds, and adapted them to our climate here in Canada. So that's why we have those trees here. And that's my story. I want to keep that little piece of my life with me all the time, and know that they're always with me even when they're gone. No, I've got a couple tattoos, but this is my first kind of big one, kind of out there. I won't be able to cover it up unless I wear long sleeves. So, how are we going to start this?
Placement, right? If it's not placed right, then it could mean the difference between, even if it looks great, like, it might not look as good because of the placement, right? So it's a little difficult sometimes doing stencils, but
well, that's okay. We'll take your time and you'll get it right.
Yeah.
And it'll be fabulous. So what if some of our fans are watching, maybe never had a tattoo before? What would you recommend 3 things that they should look for in a tattoo shop or an artist?
The first thing would be comfortability. If you walk into a shop and you don't feel that comfortable vibe, I probably wouldn't stay, because it would probably not be the most comfortable experience that you want, especially for your first tattoo. Make sure that they have a sterilizer and they're clean, and they dispose of their needles properly, and those are always main things you always have to look for going into a shop, and always look at their portfolio before you sit down and get work done, because I've had to deal with clients before they're coming in and saying, like, I looked at their portfolio, but they seemed like they were good, but then it
wasn't what they expected.
No, not at all. So it's important to feel comfortable and make sure that it's a clean environment, and that they show you, even, like, not be afraid of asking questions as well, like, because the more informed you are, the better of experience you're going to have. And there's like tons, even before going into a shop, you could always look it up online. There's all these different sites you could go to ask questions or get other people's, vibes on things and who they should go see and whatnot. But definitely clean. It needs to be clean.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm getting anxious to get started. Do you think we should do that? Yeah, I think we should go start it too. So we're gonna go and get set up for my ink session, and you'll be right back, and I'll be in the chair.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. Not a lot of people, I would imagine, get the support from their families if they're into kind of like an alternative business or a lifestyle.
People really don't. Like, I've met lots of artists, and over like my short career, I guess, because a lot of people have been in the industry way longer than I have. But it's been up and down. Like, it's been definitely a bumpy road, but but I like what I'm doing. My mom enjoys it. Like, she'll come in and The minute the stencil's on, she's taking pictures. The outline's done, she's taking pictures. The first set of colors are in, she's taking pictures. But they're super supportive, which is really nice.
What do you think connects those stories? Like, what do you think is the one thing that everybody that is looking for a tattoo has in common?
Just the expression of themselves, or even remembering bits and pieces of their lives. Like, that's one thing I've noticed with a lot of people coming in. It's, you know, they have, like, all their tattoos tell a story. Like, I've met, I think one of my oldest client was 86 years old when she first came in to get tattooed. That was her first tattoo ever.
Wow.
And that was an experience all on its own, because she was so nervous when she came in. Like, we sat down and talked and made sure she was totally, you know, willing to do this, you know, like I didn't want to push her into anything she was scared of doing. So when we finally, and the first thing she said to me was, you know, growing up, I was always intrigued and interested in getting stuff done, but it was so frowned upon growing up that I couldn't do it. And she's like, well, I'm not getting any younger, she says, so I might as well just get it done.
And do you do any other kind of art? Like, is this your main focus? Do you paint?
I do plan on starting to paint. It was mostly drawing that I've been doing it since I was a little girl. Like, just lock myself in the room and just draw and then run out and, here Mom, look what I did, kind of thing, right? But
did you cover the fridge?
Oh yeah. The fridge, my dad's office, his truck. Because he traveled a lot when we were kids, so his truck was full of either like our pictures from school and like stuff that we did, and so it was nice.
Moving on into your future, you're going to be in Ontario. You're going to be getting yourself established. Do you see yourself opening another shop?
I definitely am going to be opening another shop. Nothing big, just small. Just myself.
Nice.
And
are you still going to call yourself Mama Innk? Was that the name of your shop in Nelson?
No, the shop in Nelson was Siegfried Inc. But I still keep the same name, like the same shop name and stuff. So it'll just be moving to Ontario instead of being in BC.
Cool. We can definitely find you on Facebook. Yes. I know, because I joined your group, and it's Céline La Rivière, aka Mama Innk. Yeah. is the Facebook group. Okay, good. And when you get around to setting up a shop in the Sudbury area, where were you sort of thinking in your mind where people can find you?
I'll be in Valcarran, which is just outside of Sudbury. It's closer to where I grew up, and in Sudbury they have quite a few shops, so I kind of wanted to stay on the outskirts, not impeding on anybody, and just kind of doing my own thing.
Well, it looks like this half of the story is a wrap. We'll see you for the next episode of Inkslingers and the rest of my tattoo session with Céline. Hope you've totally enjoyed watching me in somewhat agony. It's been wicked. Thank you so much.
Mr. and Mrs. Canada and all ships at sea, this is Bobby Bliss from Overkill, and yes, you are watching Absolute Underground TV. Get that shit.
The Amenta from Australia.
This is Ken Cressel, Timothy Pope.
And so you have taken off the corpse paint or grease paint. What do you call it?
Filth.
We call it filth.
Yeah,
the scum.
just shit, really.
Yeah.
We've
This is
taken it
our Clark Kent.
Is it an ode to black metal or?
It's kind of, I guess it's our... I'm not a big fan of corpse paint, but I think we're a filthy band. We're a band that kind of sounds like we crawled out of a sewer, so we try and look like that. We've worn various different kinds of paint in the past, but this is the one that I think suits us. We look like just fucking garbage zombies on stage, which I guess is what we're kind of going for.
There's a visual aesthetic that represents our sound and the underground.
And you also wear contacts in your eyes, and that was kind of creepy.
No, we're actually that evil.
Yeah.
When we get on stage, we just become totally fucking evil.
I've actually got cataracts.
Yeah.
Don't laugh.
Fucked up.
You put it on and all of a sudden you feel like it's a character. It is a character, but it's part of us.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, the costume design and all the rest of it is really just a visual representation of the music. Whether if we lost our makeup, we would get on stage, we would still perform exactly the same way. The personality and the character comes out through the music, not the makeup at all. There's a lot of really interesting, crazy bands coming out of Australia at the moment.
We tend to be a bit more nasty, I think, than a lot of, especially Europe, which is all about melody, and America seems to have a bit more of a hardcore kind of thing. We are just, Australia is just a filthy, filthy country full of people who really, really hate people. So we make some pretty nasty music. I don't know why the fuck we're here. We just came along for the ride.
Yeah, we were just invited on this bizarre tour. I'm not sure whether we really fit in that well. It's a bit of a strange kind of mix of bands, but
when we were in the US, we had Swashbuckle, who were like pirate metal.
Pirate thrash.
Augury, who play like motherfuckers, and then you've got us, who are some kind of horrible mess of noise.
Industrial.
And then
Aggressive,
you've got
dark thrash. Filth.
Yeah,
fucking
Warbringer, classic thrash, Crypt Birth, crazy, play like maniacs.
brutal technical death metal and Vader.
So we are the disgusting Australian filth hunter.
So fucked up.
So you're fans of zombies and zombie movies?
I'm an enormous horror fan.
I'm a fan. We're not. When I say zombies, we're not a zombie band. We're not a horror band. We're not fucking Rob Zombie or any of that kind of stuff. But yes, we love that kind of movie, especially Katie and I. But we like to just look like shit, and that's what we do.
We're the Amenta, we're from Australia, we're playing in Victoria, BC. We just destroyed this fucking place, and you're watching Absolute Underground TV.
Fuck yeah!
Red River, I think, in Austin, Texas.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
A gentleman in your story, what was your name again?
My name is Kevin Schooley. Welcome to Austin, Texas.
Wearing a Plasmatics t-shirt.
It happens.
And we also have...
Metal Mike. Nice to meet you.
From?
Austin, Texas. Baby.
Austin, Texas. And I'm Nordboard Human Serviette, not from Austin, Texas, but I was discussing Andrew WK.
I love this festival. I come to this fucking festival every year, and one thing that I've learned is I can tell if your band is shitty from like 50 feet away. Like just as you're approaching me, I can tell if I'm gonna hate you or not. You know what I mean? If you're wearing skinny jeans and fucking Ray-Bans and pretty hair, I'm gonna think your band is the fucking gayest band ever. But if you're wearing a black t-shirt and your beard smells like vomit, I'm probably gonna dig you.
What's going on, bro? Hey, man! Fucking I didn't know you were a punk band, dude!
Took the stage at Emo's. He started passing out shots of tequila, played his acoustic set, discussed how he didn't report a rape, talked about his sexual escapades to his dying mother, talked about how he made a white Russian out of groupie's breast milk, and how he drank urine from a dominatrix.
I opened my mouth, and she pissed in my fucking mouth, and I drank it. Making pee is right for me. The second time I drank piss. What's funny about this? But drinking piss after asparagus isn't right for anyone. But being a good host, you all have been dosed. The kettle corn's been laced. The fudge has been lined. You're having a great time, but you might not recall.
Destructo's new band gets signed, even though they suck. If you would just cover Lady Gaga, you might have a chance, but still, because it doesn't matter if music sucks or not in order for it to be successful. We will sacrifice and fuck this baby for no particular reason.
This town got tore the shit up.
Why don't you shut the fuck up back there?
We are Sudakra, and you're watching Absolute what? Underground TV.
Hey, this is Glen Bitters at My Bar and Grill, 310 Gorge Road East at the Hojo. We're gonna eat some chicken wings, the 100 Wing Challenge, here on Absolute Underground TV. Got a flyer in the mail, came and we noticed on the back there was lots of good deals, so we figured we'd check it out, and been here about 4 times since then. Now we're ready to order, so I have to get this girl's attention. We're gonna get 20 hot, 20 buffalo hot, 20 hot honey garlic, and 20 dry lemon peppers to start. And then we'll get back to some more later. We'll go for some more dessert styles later, like some sweeter ones. The sweet Thai chili, maybe. Those are good. Got it all over me already. All right, we're going ahead. You want to eat your drumette? You're gonna do it in one quick turn, like a pro. Got a little bit on your face, that's okay. Strategy going in, I'd say get the hot ones out of the way first. Save the sweeter ones for later. And then we're talking about the wingette. You want to eat the wingette, you pull that small bone out. One swift motion. That's professional. Let's get a hot one in there. Halfway there. No looking back now. We're coming up to the top of the hill. We're gonna make it. Damn. Round 2. Not so good teriyaki. That's a good one. All right, here's what you've been waiting for all day. The 100th chicken wing. Last one of the day. Ooh, I'm sweating a little bit. It took a while to get here. And that's all she wrote. 100 Wing Challenge. Done. There we go. Not too much in the pocketbook for all of us to get wasted in full. My Bar and Grill. It's a good choice here in Victoria. Tear your shoe off.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Wings, yeah!
Let's talk to the original singer, founder of the member, Chai Pig, Mr. Chai Pig, to you.
How you doing there, Absolute Underground TV fucking fans? Did I say fuck? I'm sorry.
You can say whatever you want on our show. We're on the internet. We don't.
Oh
give a
yeah,
fuck.
I'm in.
We don't give a fuck. You can say fuck.
Okay, fuck.
How about we start off, Chai, with you just give us a history of SNFU. I know it's a long history, but...
Started in 1982, and then did our first record in 1984, and then subsequently between then and now about 10 records. 10 records, and there's probably been about, maybe collectively, I'm the only original member. I sing all the songs, write all the words, and but there was a core for a while where it was pretty much the same lineup for about 10 to 12 years, and then those were pretty much the Epitaph records that were released, which is 3 in total on Epitaph, which is at that time the biggest indie label in the world. Actually, it was the closest to being on a major label that you could be, being a indie punk rock underground band, and that was financed by the strength of the sales of NoFX, Rancid, and The Offspring, of course.
Tell us about your new friends in the band here. These guys
this is Dennis, and he just wants to go have a nap, and
Isn't that obvious?
yeah,
Cool.
and
Perfect.
I'm Leather Facebook.
Yeah, you can get a hold of Goonie on Leather Facebook.
No, it's Leather.
Yeah,
Face.
Pleather Facebook these days. Can't afford leather anymore. It's broke. And
Know where it begins and where it ends, right?
Shane's a part-time member of the band right now. He's too busy exploring the tundra for frozen tundra.
Tell us about the tundra.
It's cold.
Where do you start the process of going on a 22-country tour?
Well, you just got to find somebody stupid enough to bring you over and book you a tour. Is really pretty well how it works out too. And then babysit you the whole time you're there. Make sure you get to the shows on time, and then you get your food and your booze and everything else that makes you be happy. Because if you're not, it makes for a long, miserable trip. But I would say 5.5 months was a little too long to be away from home for a solid stretch. Most of the other bands we talked to over there, they're like, so how long you guys been on tour? And we're like, oh, well, fuck, we haven't been home in 5 months. They're like, are you fucking for real? We'd be killing each other after 3 weeks. I'm like, oh, we've all thought about it.
Starting out, Chai, what influenced you? Why did you take that route you took? Because you really took a different approach to punk, but everyone says that is punk when they hear Chai Pig's voice.
I remember when I was a kid, I first spoke into a tape recorder. I did not like the sound of my voice, and whenever I did anything like that, so it took a long time to get used to that, and then when I start singing, I dealt with it by getting belligerently drunk and just yelling and stuff, and then it took a while to just get that out, and then you just kind of shaped it after that like a piece of clay or something. I took vocal lessons for about a year, and then that built up my confidence, and it was a totally different environment. It was just me singing to a piano, and so I could hear what was going on, and so now I kind of you just do what you feel and whatever feels comfortable with you. It's like you don't have to prove anything to anybody except yourself. And I liked what I heard that was coming out of me. Whatever happens after this happens after that, and you just roll with it. You know, it ain't over till it's over. Yeah.
Be like the dog. Be like the animals. Live in the moment.
Yeah.
Because you only have the moment. If you dwell too much on the future, well, you're either just going to stress yourself out because what's going to happen is going to happen anyways.
Yeah.
Right? So
sometimes, yeah.
Make the best of it, man.
I agree. You can't. We don't know what's coming down the pike, but we're going to have a good time tonight. No get dirty box, sucker. Hey, we're SNFU. You're watching Absolute Underground TV, and rock on, Victoria.
And watch your back.
They're always licking out there. You like that, don't you? Absolute Underground. You like that?
Give him the gurney, man. Give him the gurney. Hey, give him the gurney.